What's up, guys? Bear with me a second. Oh, man. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Um, just gonna go live and chit chat with you guys a little bit. Hang on one second. My ears itching. What's up, Heather? Hope everybody's doing well today. Oh. Mm. Hope you guys are doing well. Um, I'm just taking a break. I've been going since early this morning. I got a whole bunch of stuff shipped out for you guys today. I'm just kind of taking a break. I'm still cleaning out stuff. It's amazing how much stuff I've pack ratted. Jesus. Um, just go to Jeez, man. Sorry. Chat with you guys a little bit. Um, as you guys know, Burlap Kickstarter is active right now. So if you haven't jumped over there and grabbed my cover for that, make sure you guys do. That is the recent cover I'm doing for Homebrew Comics. Don't forget, later this month, Crit number 10 launches, I believe, on the 22nd of this month. And that's my cover for that Kickstarter. So be ready for that. We got a lot of stuff going on, working on commissions. Worked on a little bit of that today. I had a bunch of stuff I had to get packed, and I had to run some errands and get that done. But a lot of stuff I dropped off at the post office. So got that knocked out. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming over the next couple months. I'm home for the month of April. I didn't book any shows for April because I knew I was going to be slammed through February, March, especially March. I was going every single weekend of March doing cons from Texas to Ohio to Florida and back to Texas. So, um, so I didn't book anything for April. What's up, Brad? What's up, everybody? So I can get a bunch of stuff shipped out. Um, I'm doing a bit of spring cleaning over this past weekend, going through closets, going through short boxes and long boxes, trying to get a lot of stuff cleared out because if everything goes good, we'll be moving soon. Really haven't posted anything else about it. We kind of went back to the bargaining table with the people we were trying to buy that 1890s home from, and we came to an agreement. So now we've got one more obstacle to overcome, with the financing. Sometimes that can be a little hard to do when you're 1099. They like to play kind of an ass about it sometimes. Um, so So, just in case, we got the contract signed. We're, as far as the agreement on the price. And so Andrea and I are kind of doing some, cleaning out of closets and stuff. I'm going through back stock, things that I've kind of sat on that I've not posted for sale for you guys. It's just kind of sat in the bottom of my closet, in long boxes and short boxes and stuff like that. And a huge thank you to you guys who did come out for those sales and get a lot of that stuff out of my way. I found another box, which I knew when I was live the other day, and we were moving some of the Kickstarter exclusives, from Rise of the Mummy and Psycho Sal and all that. I don't know if you guys remember, but I mentioned that there's a box missing because I know damn well I had like a box of foils and a box of metals and stuff like that. And so I found the box and at the back of the other closet. So I'll do a sale on those at some point, because we found things like the silver foils for Cursed Moonlight, my werewolf comic about two of my daughters. So I found the silver foils of those because silver bullets. We found some of the blood foils, for cover A's and cover B's. So there's the blood foils for those books, that are long sold out. So I found all that stuff. So we'll, at some point here soon, I'll do that live sale for that stuff. So there's another example of one of the Blood Moon covers. And then of course I found a bunch of the metals and things like that came from those Kickstarters. So like an example, like here's one of the cover B metals. Only 10 of these were created for the Kickstarter. So I found, so I did find those. Thank goodness. Found some of the regular extra covers because, as some of you might know, whenever we do Kickstarters, like hell, like here's even one of the, here's one of the blood embossed 1 of 1 medals. There's one of the blood embossed chicken nuggets medal looks like. That's a 1 of 1. It actually is written on it 1 of 1, down on the bottom corner, 1 of 1. So I did find those. So we'll go through those at some point. I don't know exactly when. Figured I'd wait a minute before we did those, give you guys a chance to recoup a little bit for your from the sale we just did. I found some of the medals for some previous Kickstarters, including where's it at? Yeah, including including, is that a medal or is that a foil? I think that's the foil. Including the matching Naughty and Nice Psycho Sal number 5 foils, 1 set of those. So I definitely found some cool stuff, you guys, and we'll do them at some point. I just don't know when. I mean, I guess whenever you guys want me to do them, because I mean, we even found, I even found the foil. This thing is, I can't remember what type of foil this is called. Like a rainbow foil or something. I can't remember the exact name, lava foil or something like that. For like even the Chris Hayes, Lil Willie Russell's Psycho Sal. So that was one of the lava foils or something that we did for that Kickstarter. That thing is ridiculous in person. So we found, I found those. And like I told you guys on that live show, like here's the lava foil for the chicken nuggets cover. Yeah, like I mentioned, I told you guys I knew damn well I was missing a box. I just had to find it. And then here's one of the rare ass blood medals for Psycho Sal number 8. There were only 5 of these created. So there's one of the blood medals. Sorry for the glare. So I don't know why it gives me a shadow. You see that shadow? But anyway, that's one of the blood medals. There were only 5 of those. Yeah, I think that's called lava foils because it's got that ripple kind of effect. So, like I said, I found that box. So we'll go through those at some point. I even found one more out of the 5 created of the Peter Smith medal. So I found one more of those. Again, like I mentioned that day, I knew damn well I had another box of the rare stuff somewhere. Because again, as I mentioned, the only reason I have these is anytime we do, yeah, Chris's cover is awesome. Anytime I do a Kickstarter, you know, when I order the books for the fans, for the backers, you know, I always order like 1 or 2 each of each book, just in case we have a loss or we have a damage. Now, the 1-of-1s, most of those sell on a Kickstarter. Then the ones that aren't claimed, I still print them so I can have the 1-of-1s of those. Yeah, Peter's a super good guy. I saw him at MegaCon. So that's the reason I have some of the 1-of-1s. I only have a couple. Most of those sell on the Kickstarter. Either the artist themselves buys their 1-of-1, or one of their fans buys the 1-of-1. And then the ones that don't get claimed, I still print them. You know, because at some point somebody wants them. But yeah, we'll go through that at some point. The silver foils, you know, which was, you know, again, because, you know, silver bullets for the werewolf book for Curse of Moonlight, the silver foils actually came out really badass also. Sorry about the glare. But yeah, the silver foils came out ridiculous. So, but yeah, we'll go through those. I love the blood covers. They came out great also. I actually have a couple of the regular Curse Moonlights also. But this is what the blood covers look like, you know, the regular blood covers. So, but anyway, no, like I said, I just figured I'd go live and chat with you guys for a little bit so I could stop working for a bit. But you know, these medals, I mean, these rare books, I'll do a sale on these at some point. I don't know exactly when. It'll be soon though. But I just did, you know, a sale on some back stock the other day, and then I did a sale on blanks, and then I did a sale on OA published art the other day. So I've kind of, you know, hit everybody's pocketbook pretty heavy over the last week. So I figured I'd give you guys a little break. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Like I said, we've got Burlap Kickstarter that's active right now. So make sure you guys jump over there and grab my cover off Burlap Volume 1. And then we have Crit number 10 launching this month, I think April 22nd. So be sure to grab that. Rise of the Mummy, we should have those books in here soon for Rise of the Mummy, my other creator-owned book. We're just waiting our turn at the printer and stuff for that. And then, of course, you know, Psycho Sal Omnibus will go to print here in a few weeks, waiting on the last of the pay over time options to get squared away. The Ghost Rider, the new Batman print, and the Harley That Laughs are all at the printers right now getting their medals printed. The 11x17 numbered medals. They'll be in soon. I could have sworn I had thought I had a picture of the Harley Quinn That Laughs on my computer here. Guess not. But anyway, the Harley Quinn That Laughs medal is ordered also. So those should be in here soon also. Yeah, that's another reason. Like I figured I'd give it a break. The pay over time hit today for everybody too. Looks like out of the 10 or 12 people that did pay over time. There were 3 people's payments that didn't go through today. I'm sure they'll get them fixed. So we'll see. Let's see. But yeah, I figure, like I said, now it'll be sometime this month because I'll do the sale while I'm at home. So, we'll do, I don't know, maybe, this coming weekend or next weekend or something like that. It'll probably be next weekend, to be honest with you, because we just did those sales this past week. Then we had the Kickstarter pay over time payments come out today for a lot of people. And then, so I figure probably not this weekend, but the next weekend I'll do a sale for all those rare backstock books for the Kickstarter. Because I still got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still got like 8 slabs I need gone. And then I've got some back issues of some of these books. I did get an order in the other day, some restock order in for Don't Pay the Ferryman, Shades of Death, and Valhalla. Ferryman Presents Valhalla. I got that in. And then and the other one was Nut Brigade #1. So I got those in the other day. Sadly, probably about half the order was damaged. So they're being reprinted and they'll get sent back out to me at some point. So, it would be, as soon as I get those in, I'll let you guys know because I know a lot of you guys missed out on those books for, back when they originally were sold 2 or 3 years ago. And I don't order backstock order restocks very often of other books that I've done. But I did get an order put in for those. People have been asking about them, so and I don't really put backstock orders in unless it is something that people have been asking about. Also, I finally got around to actually do a quantity check on my Feral #10 cover, my Department of Truth 0 cover for Image Comics, and my Darkness #1 exclusive. So I got to do an actual check on those exclusives, see what I still had in stock. I have enough of those books to do a couple of retailer bundles. So if any of you guys are online sellers, whatnot sellers or whatever, I can do about 2 bundles of each. So 25 books, they come signed and you get them for a special price to where you can put them on your live shows or your whatnot or whatever, and you can sell them, for profit. Another thing I found when I was digging through, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet, because it's the only one I got. I was digging through that box, and this was in there. So here's my Stray Dog Days #1 cover that's triple signed by me, Tony Rodriguez, and Tony Fleece. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do with that, whether I'm going to raffle it or put it up for auction or what, because I only have one. Then I also found in that box, for some of you more rare chasers, was the gold NES cover for Psycho Sound #6. That was a Kickstarter only exclusive. So I found one of those also. And then I found a raw copy of my first ever published cover, Aeonian #2. That's the first cover I ever did. So I found that was in that box of the rare stuff I told you guys was missing. Um, so we'll do a sale, at some point about that stuff, and we'll do. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't want to do with the. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Aeonian number two. Like I said, that's my first ever, published cover. Um, so I don't know yet if I'm going to raffle that or whether I'm going to sign that and send that to CGC. Because to be honest, I think as far as CGC is concerned, I think there's only like one yellow label signed copy. Um, Yep, yep. That was a fun cover. It's definitely one of my favorites. One of my favorite movies. It's an homage to Silver Bullet. Um, yeah, I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty confident there's only like one yellow labeled Aeonia number two out there from CGC. I know there's I know there's a blue label, non-signed, and I think there's only one yellow label. So I don't know. Maybe I'll send now. I got a shipment going to CGC here soon. Um, maybe I'll send it to that. Signed and remarked slab. Okay, so there might be two then, because I don't remember if the other one was remarked. Maybe that is the one I'm thinking about. So there might be two then of the yellow label, because I don't remember the remark one. Maybe I'll sign that one, send out to CGC. I mean, technically, with CGC now, I could sign. I mean, it's already signed. I could send that to CGC also, since it's triple signed. It's a great copy too. Um, Maybe I'll send that one to CGC also and have it yellow labeled um, with all three signatures. Because I don't know if there is a yellow label Stray Dog Days number one that's signed by all three people. I mean, there probably is. I know none that I've sent in. Now, I've sent in some yellow labels signed by me, for CGC with Stray Dog Days number one. But I don't know if there is one that's triple signed. Um, I mean, I'm sure there probably maybe is. I don't know. So yeah, so we'll do a sale on that stuff here at some point. Oh, my eyeball itches. Um, like I said, good, good Lord, not this coming weekend, but probably the weekend of the. I'll probably do it on 17th of this month, Friday the 17th. Um, that reminds me too. I need to look and see um, who's booked for this coming week. Hang on one second. Where is it? Oh man, who was asking me? Man, I hope I didn't accidentally mail his damn book without putting that other funny ass damn signature on it. Who asked you about that? Man, somebody just asked me about that. Who the heck was it? And I hope like hell I didn't accidentally ship that out with a regular signature on it. Who was it though? Um, Dang, 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 dang. They were like, that shit would be funny as hell. Oh, it was Eric. Man, okay, I don't think I've shipped his yet. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. Okay, sorry. It just dawned on me. Somebody wanted to make fun of those stupid ass signatures, so we are going to put a silly signature on one of those error books. All right, what was I thinking? So who were we bringing? Because this weekend's the 8th. Who was we bringing on for the 8th? Did I not book somebody for the 8th? Could have sworn I booked somebody for the 8th. I know I got somebody for the 15th, and we've got somebody for the 22nd on Creators Corner. So we got the 15th and the 22nd. Did I forget to book somebody for the 8th? I could have sworn we had somebody for the 8th. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Humana. Interesting. I could have sworn. Oh, maybe not. Huh. Yeah, could have sworn we had someone booked for the 8th. Hey, sweetie. Um, hmm. Oh well, that's okay. Like I said, I could have sworn I had someone booked for the 8th, but it looks like I did not, and that's okay. Hmm. Yep, I'm not seeing. That's okay. We'll just randomly talk about stuff this week. Um, yeah, I could have sworn. Um, could have sworn I had someone booked, but I guess not. Because I usually would take a screenshot of who was booked. But yeah, so I got somebody for the 15th. I got somebody for the 22nd. Looks like I did not book anyone for uh, the 8th. That's okay though. We'll just we'll just talk about random stuff and upcoming projects that everybody's working on, things like that. Oh man, let's see. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. Um, yeah, like I said, what's up, Ryan? Rise of the Mummy book should be in a couple weeks. The medals, 11 by 17 number medals for the Harley That Last, the Batman, and the Ghost Riders should be in another week or so. I know we're in the queue. We're just waiting on a return. And then, like I said, I'll go live probably next Friday and do the sale on the rare books that I find, the other metals and foils, the lava foils, all that stuff from the other Kickstarters. Like I mentioned on that other video, I knew there was another box somewhere. Yeah, I'm ready for Rise of the Mummy too, man. I am definitely ready for that. Like I said, Burlap #1 is in Kickstarter right now. Crit #10 Kickstarter launches, I think, the 22nd. I'm about halfway done with the script for Sentinel, Veil of the Damned, my new book that's coming to Kickstarter here soon. I've really got to try to get that finished this month while I'm at home, because the rest of the con season I'm going to be super busy also. Then we got to be packing, Rise of the Mummy Kickstarter stuff when he gets here, then packing and shipping Psycho Sal Omnibus when he gets here. Then, so I need to get that finished here real soon also. I'm working on commissions. So this week and next week, I'm knocking out all the commissions from the previous commission list. A couple of at-show commission orders that go on to the commission list when I get home. I'll be knocking those out this week. What's up, Jim? What's up, Michael Gardner? So, yep. Path of Pale Rider. She'll be. Those books will be coming in here in a couple months. Yeah, dude, we got a lot of stuff going on. So, but I still got, like I said, I still got like 5 or 6 slabs that I need to get out the door, get out of my way, because I've got a whole nother shipment of books coming back from CGC here soon. So I need to make space for those. So I need to get some more of these slabs out of my way. Another one and this one I can't decide what I'm going to do on. This book is a super, super chaste book. The 9/11 Amazing Spider-Man 36 black cover. I've got a copy. I have no clue in the world why they yellow label slab this book. But it's a 9.0. You know how hard it is to get a 9.0 on a not only a black cover kind of in general, but to get one on a book that came out, forever ago. The 9/11 World Trade Center story, Amazing Spider-Man 4, number 477. So it's Amazing Spider-Man number 477, 9/11 World Trade Center black cover. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. This was in my personal collection back when I collected. That's a 9.0 yellow label. I have no clue why they yellow labeled that book. I have no clue because it's not signed. Yeah, Chris has Tales of the Ferryman and stuff coming soon too. Offhand, I don't remember. I don't remember what all's coming from CGC. I've got stuff that's going to CGC and that box in there. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Again, I have no clue why it's yellow labeled. It's not signed. Or it's definitely not signed that I'm aware of, and they didn't write signed on it. At first I kind of thought, oh, maybe it was signed on the inside cover and I just overlooked it. But no, if that was the case, they would have written on it, who signed it. But so I think the yellow label is just a boo-boo on their part. Because again, when I send in most of my books, all of my books for the most part are getting signed. 95% of the time, the books I send are signed books. So it's probably one of those things where they were just slapping my damn books and they just slapped a yellow labeled, label in here. But yeah, 9.0 grade on that book, that's pretty damn badass. I just got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with it. I thought about raffling it, but I got to figure out the value on it because this book fluctuated a little bit. If I remember correctly, it's still kind of up there in general because it was a hard to get book. And then to find one in a 9.0 is, again, pretty damn hard to get. So I don't know what I'll do with that one, but yeah, I've got some more slabs here I need to get gone. Because we got, and this is the one I'm kind of shocked that hasn't sold yet, and probably because it's Blue Label. I think if this one I had signed, I think it'd be gone already, because that's the William Russell WR #1 DMX metal. There's only 5 of these in the world, and so that one kind of shocks me. That one hasn't sold yet. We sold these medals for, I sold these medals for 200 a piece. This is the only one left. So I sold the medals raw for 200 a pop. I think I posted this one the other day for like, I think I posted it for like 150 or something like that. So that kind of shocked me. That one didn't sell on that live show. The other one that kind of shocked me that didn't sell because it's rare as hell to pull a 9.9 on a book that's got a painted remark on it. Because I think I had this one posted for 400 on the live sale, and we sold these raw for 200. Non-signed, non-remarked, non-slabbed, because there's only 5 of these medals in the world. It's the blood medal. So that one kind of shocked me, didn't sell. The Cyclosound #6 blood medal, one of only 5 in the world, and this one is signed with a painted remark on it, and it pulled a damn 9.9. That shocked the hell out of me. You very, very seldom to see books with painted remarks on them pulling 9.9s. It doesn't happen very often. But yeah, I need to get those out of the way. So I'll put, whenever we sell, we do a live sale for those rare books, I'll throw these, slabs back up because, like I said, I need to get them out of my way. I don't really sell slabs. The sale the other day, the live show at the con, and right before it, that live show, that's the first time I've ever sold my slabs. My slabs, I always raffle them off. But I've been mixing in other raffles. So used to, the only raffles I did were slabs. So I would slab my books, my covers. I'd pull 9.9s and 10.0s and 9.8s and Blue Label, Yellow Labels, matching sets, matching medals, matching numbers medals, 1 of 1s, 1 of 5, 1 of 20, whatever the case, if it's a medal or regular. And then I just raffle them off to you guys. And that used to move them really quickly because I do about a raffle, a month. And so I go through my slabs pretty quick. What's up, Kev? But then you guys started asking me about raffling other things. So I started raffling original art. I started raffling commission spots. I raffled statues. So that slowed everything down because those can kind of take longer to fill, especially, $300 commission spots or $600 commission spots, or original published cover art that's $500 or $800. Those things take much longer to fill, or statues. So Kev, you're on the 15th, aren't you? Were you on the 15th? I thought I had somebody booked for the 8th. Yeah, you're on the 15th. I could have sworn I had somebody booked for the 8th, but so yeah, so that's that's like so that's why I put those up for sale a couple weeks ago. And you guys bought about half of them. So I started out with about 15 slabs, 16 slabs, and you guys bought half of them. So I appreciate that. Like I said, used to when I just raffled just the slabs, we went through them really quick. So I didn't have to worry about like selling them to get them out of my way. Um, but um, but yeah, I've got about 7 here that I need going also. And pretty much what I sold them for was basically what we sold them for raw. You got the slabbings, the signatures, or the remarks, whatever was on them, you pretty much got for free. So that gave you guys something really cool to put in your collection. Um, but yeah, I've still got a bunch of stuff I got to go through. Um, well, not a bunch. Most of it I went through and threw away a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of uh, uh, blanks that I did a live sale yesterday. You guys grabbed a bunch of those blanks. You guys bought about a short box full of blanks from me yesterday, spread across everybody that showed up for that sale. So that was a huge help because I got 3.5 loan boxes of blanks. You guys cleared out about about a short box yourselves. So that was a huge help. The rest of them, I'm probably just going to let Shelby come down here and look through them and grab all the superhero related ones, the non-horror stuff, and then let her take them to the kids at her classroom thing she does. She works with troubled kids. So I'll let her take them to them and they can draw on them and read them and stuff like that. Because I donate them like that, I can turn around and tax write off them anyway. So I gave everybody a chance to come in and buy $5 blanks. So a bunch of people showed up yesterday. They grabbed a bunch of $5 blanks, which is dirt cheap for blanks. If you've ever been to a Comic-Con or somebody's comic shop, most people aren't selling blanks for $5. They bounce everywhere from 10 to 15 to up. But yeah, but next Friday, I'll make a post about it. But next Friday night, we'll go live because I've got a bunch of goodies for you guys. Like I told you the other day, I knew there was another short box that had the Cursed Moonlight and the other Psycho Style rare books. What is that? Something is in. What the hell is it? Oh shit. Hang on one second. I forgot these were in here. I just found some original sketches by Gorkum. He gave them, I remember him giving them to me whenever I got those Psycho Sal books signed by him. Oh shit. I don't really collect art anymore. I thought there were 4. Hang on one second. Let me see if any more got stuffed in here. But yeah, so we'll do the live sale for these soon because I got some of the blood foils and stuff like that. Okay, all right, Michael, cool. Let me see if I have any more of these Gorkum sketch cards. He gave me like 4, I got 4 from him. I don't collect original art anymore. I stuck them in this damn box with all these rare exclusives. So I could have sworn I thought I remember there being 4. You know what? Hang on one second. I'm about to put these up for sale. You guys can have them. These are Gorkum sketch card originals. Okay, I could have sworn there were 4, but I only see 3. Shit, I forgot those were in there. Yeah, see, Gorkum. Bad Who Laughs. Original sketch on a sketch card. See this little logo on the back. Gorkum Demore. Venom. And Carnage. I forgot all about those. That's kind of cool. Oh, they're numbered too. 363 on that one, 364 and 365. So they're numbered. That's pretty cool. I could have sworn there was a 4th though, and it might be, it might be in the bottom of this box here somewhere. Huh? If somebody like to have one. $60 each. Like I said, I don't collect art anymore. I mean, I've got some original art hanging on my walls that I'm probably going to sell here soon because I collect statues now. So I've got original art by Evas, Eric Basada. I've got original art over there by Don Mateague, Joe Rubenstein, Stephen Butler. I own a bunch of original art. I just don't collect it anymore. So if you'd like to have one, $60 plus shipping. Bad Who Laughs. Cameron's like, I'll take all three. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense since they're numbered. Yeah, that's fine, Cameron. You can pay on Friday. I know you're good for it. Like I said, I'll look through this box just to make sure there's not a fourth one, because I could have sworn when I got them from him, when I bought them, I could have sworn it was 4. But I'll look in the bottom of this box and see if the other one is stuck in between one of these books, because I forgot all about these. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've got some other ones. Let me have one, Cameron. Yeah, now to be fair, now I do kind of got to be fair, but Cameron did claim first. But I'll let you guys argue about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I forgot all about those. My Bad Who Laughs is still the best Bad Who Laughs. I haven't seen anybody who could do Bad Who Laughs better than me. I don't care. I know that sounds like an ego, but I'm sorry. I haven't met a person yet that draws the Bad Who Laughs better than me. But it is a cool looking Bad Who Laughs. Yep, Venom and Carnage. But yeah, there you go, Cameron. You can have them. Let me put your name on them. Cameron sniped that sucker quick. Yeah, since they're numbered, I kind of agree with that. Numbered stuff is always better together. That's why I tell people, that's why even some of my slabs, you remember on the live sale, I wouldn't sell them separate because they're matching numbers, number 1 of 5 or number 1 of 20, matching number ones. They have to be together, in my opinion. I think that's what creates a much more solid value on something. But yeah, you can't beat that. $60 each. That's a steal for original damn sketch cards. All right, there you go, Cameron. But yeah, I'll show. Oh, I can't show you. Shit, I thought I was on my phone there for a second. I was going to show you. But yeah, I've got a Eric Basada. You can't see it because of the damn glare. But there's an Eric Basada Bad Who Laughs up there, original pencils. I'll probably put that up for sale. I've got a Don Mateague original Batman sketch over there. I've got a Joe. I got a Joe Rubenstein. Is it Rubenstein or Rubenstein? The first time I met Joe was 2019. I believe it was 2019 at C2E2, and he did a Wolverine sketch for me. So super nice guy. He was super cool. But yeah, here soon I'm going to do a sale on my original art because, again, I don't collect anymore. Yeah, that Bad Who Laughs is ridiculous. Here's a Stephen Butler Venom that he did for me, a full body Venom I got from Mississippi Con a long time ago. So that's Stephen Butler. Stephen Butler's who used to draw Spider-Man in the 1990s. So that's Stephen Butler Venom. So I'm going to let all that go at some point because, like I said, I don't collect original art anymore. I don't collect comics anymore. The only thing I collect is statues. So I mean, things like that. And this is pretty cool here. This was a Batman by Don Mateague. I thought she did a great job on it. It's just a fun little torso sketch. So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 boxes of statues that aren't opened yet. So yeah, I'll need if we get to buy this home, uh, I'll have to. Luckily, the home we're trying to buy, like I said, we still have to get through the finance part of it, and that can be a little tricky sometimes with older homes, and also a little tricky when you're 1099. They like to, even though you make great damn money and you got the proof to prove it, they want to act a little weird about it, even though you've been 1099 for 15 damn years. You've been 1099 as a comic artist for 8 years, but yet some finance places still want to act a little stupid about it. Luckily, there's a huge room in that home. That home is 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It has a living room, a dining room, a parlor, and so it has a big room that I'll be able to put all my statues in. Yeah, I'm hoping so too, Jim. Like I said, I went back to the table with the people. Originally, they turned down my offer, and then I went back and I said, okay, explain. I told my realtor, I need you to explain to them why I'm making the offer I'm making, and then I upped my offer a little bit. Try to meet them in the middle a little bit with what their counter offer originally was. And so I made another counter offer, and I had my realtor explain to them why I'm making my offer, that we're not trying to lowball them. This is the reason it's happening this way. And they accepted the offer. We signed the contract. So we're doing our application and everything with the finance people. So hopefully we'll get it, because it is an absolute beautiful home. It's got a little bit of work that needs done to some of it, but that's normal for a home of that age, and I'm not really worried about some of it. Now, it does have a couple of bigger things that has to be tended to. There's something wrong with the heating and air in it. I'm thinking it could be the thermostats on the wall because they're older. I had my inspection guy, go in there and do a really thorough inspection. And, so worst case scenario, but I got the home, we did get the home for a good price, because I told them, I'll give you this amount of money and you fix these things I won't fix, or I'll give you this lower amount for as is. And so they took the as is offer, and which is fine with me. But worst case scenario, I may have to replace the heating and air units that's in the home. Sometimes when those things don't want to come on, a lot of times it's thermostats on the wall that are messed up. But it could be that unit. But that I can deal with. Yeah, it is. It's buying a home, man, is a royal pain in the ass. And the sad thing is, a lot of times that pain in the ass comes from the realtors. It blows my mind how realtors will take an easy A to B process and they'll add 50 steps to it. They'll take something that takes 2 steps and they'll add 20 steps to it. And I don't get it. Now obviously that's not every realtor, but in my experience, of the few I've dealt with, it's been that way with almost every single one. So we'll see. They did. So my inspector did get under there. He took lots of pictures. The issues were corrected. So the foundation is solid. The structural beams are solid. But yeah, it was that home. That was one of those things I was super worried about, because the sellers couldn't find the paperwork where the repairs were done. They could find the paperwork where they got the estimate to fix it, but they couldn't find the final paperwork saying it was fixed. And again, that was supposedly fixed in like 2018 or some shit. So kind of understandable that they could have lost the paperwork, but it was a red flag for me that they found the estimate, but they couldn't find the completed work order. So, but according to my inspector, like I said, he took lots of pictures. So, yeah, I agree. It shouldn't be a damn odd process, but it is. Like I said, man, it's so crazy how a lot of financial institutions will treat 1099 people. I can sit here and show because for those that don't understand what I'm referring to, when you're 1099 and you run your own business, for a couple of years, you're writing off every single bit of tax stuff you can to create, for lack of a better description, a loss. That way you don't have to pay in as much taxes. Then you have to show a gain where you pay in a bunch of taxes. So that's the way the system works. That's the way everybody does. They write off as much of their taxes as they possibly can. I mean, their expenses. But when you do that, and then the finance companies, like if you're trying to buy something, they want to look at, instead of them looking at what went through your damn bank that year, they want to look at what you filed on your taxes. And if you're in that year where you have more, deductions than the gain year, then it looks like you didn't make as much money versus what you spent on expenses. And that's just the way it's done. But they want to kind of use that against you, and it's bullshit. It doesn't matter what I put on my taxes. It doesn't matter what I claim as losses. What matters is what went through my bank that year for my career, for my job, for my career. That's what should matter. Now, automotive, buying a car, that's usually what they'll kind of look at. I can sit there, like when I went and bought my car, all I had to do was they ran my credit and I showed them my bank statement. That was it. I didn't have to go hunt down, I didn't have to go print out my, tax papers and shit like that. But it's a little different when you're buying a house. And then, like I said, it doesn't matter, like I get if they want to make an issue out of it, if you're 1099 and you've only been in your career for a year or 2 years, I get it. But I've been 1099 for 15 years. I've been 1099 as an artist for 8 years. And then in the insurance world for, 7.5 years prior to that as a 1099. So my career is well established, being successful and making income. So, but they a lot of places seem to not really want to give a crap about that. It's stupid. So we'll see. Like I said, we got the home for a great price. We got it for $200K. It'll probably end up appraising for about 300, or if not more. Like I said, it's a big, beautiful home, 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. Let me see. Maybe I can show it to you guys here on the thing. Can I? How can I? Hang on one second. Let me see if maybe I can show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, hang on one second. Let's see. How can I do this? May not let me email all these damn pictures to myself. Shit. No, it won't. How could I do that? Humana. Let me see if I can send them to Andrea. Yeah, I'm damn sure 1099 strong. Okay. All right. Let me send it to Andrea. Let me see if I can save these from her to my computer, and I'll show you guys what the home looks like. Um, will it let me do that? Okay, it's gonna make me. All right, hang on one second, guys. Bear with me. Will it? Okay. All right. So, oh, wait a minute. I can do share screen. That's right. I can do share screen with you guys. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if this will work. Hold on one second. Let's see. How do I do this again? Damn it. All right. Hold on. I forgot. That's right. We have share screen on this thing. How do I do that again? Share screen. I'll show you guys the home. What am I looking for? That right there. All right, here we go. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see this. You should be able to see this. All right, so this obviously this is the front. So this home, the original section of this home, which I'll show you in a minute, it's off to the side. It's a small 2-bedroom little part of the home that was built originally in 1840. Then this giant Victorian side was built in 1890. Can you guys see that okay? All right. So here we go. That's how big that damn home is. So you see this little part. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not. But you see this little part I'm mousing over right here that's kind of off to the side. That's the original 1840. And then all of this other was built in 1890. Now it's going to have a roof at some point. Right now, their roof is mostly slate, and then there's some shingle, some tin. But at some point, I'll have to replace the roof at some point. Um, so, but yeah, 1890 was when it was completed. That's the footprint of the home. It's big. 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. They it was remodeled. I think around mid 2000s or early 2000. I think early 2000s, something like that. They remodeled it at some point. So there's certain things I don't like that they did, like the shower things. I'm not super fond of those showers. One's a giant walk-in, so I figure there must have been an elderly person at some point. All the furniture is supposed to come with the house, minus the dining room table. But I told them I want to rest, so like they put in this shower right here. I would have preferred if I'll probably go in and gut this shower and put the original, like put an original clawfoot tub back. um, but we're supposed to get all the furniture that's in there, minus again the uh, the dining room table. It does have a 2-car garage type shop out back also. Um, I kind of hate that we don't get that table, but that's okay. Um, I'm sure they're going to take the chairs, even though it states in the thing we get all the furniture except for the table. It doesn't mention those chairs, but I'm sure they're going to probably try to want the chairs. That's a little, quarter bath in one of the hallways. Another bathroom they remodeled it at some point. I'll probably go in and gut this and put it back more towards the original 1800 style. I'll probably gut that shower also, put it back to the original 1800 style with a clawfoot tub. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I am, just let me know. This neighborhood has a ton of old homes. All right. So pretty cool. Yeah. Um, no, I won't be working out in the shop. The probably what I'll do is I'll probably convert. I mean, I'll convert that into a shop, but it'll be just more along the lines of that's where all my tools and yards tools and all that is. I'll work from inside the home. Um, yeah, it's got a huge footprint. It's a beautiful Victorian. So we'll see. All we got's this one step left. Hey, what's up? Uh, thank you, thank you. I don't know if that's what color that is or not. I'm not sure. Um, Now there's a lot of that'll probably get changed. I'll probably a lot of that stuff will go back. Like a lot of that's going to go back to the way the homes were in the 1800s. So it'll go back to more of that Gothic feel. Um, yeah, exactly, a tool shop. Um, so we'll go back and we'll look for wallpaper for some of the rooms that match the 1800s. That was those floral design wallpapers were super popular in those homes back then. Some of the coloring will get changed into more reds and blacks and things like that, because it'll be more of a Gothic feel, Victorian. So a lot of that'll change. There'll be some floral colors and stuff like that Andrea loves. So there'll be a lot more character that'll go into that home than what you kind of see right there, even on the outside. Um, so we've got one obstacle left to get, hurdle. And if we can get approved for it with no issues, which I don't know why we wouldn't, like our credit's good, our income is good, but you know me, I'm always, you know, I'm always paranoid that shit isn't going to go right. Yep, yeah. Well, it depends. I can't remember offhand what color Hank blue is, but if it's that damn dark ass blue that a lot of people paint their homes to keep away evil spirits, I'm not painting it on my house because I can't stand that blue. I can't remember which color the Hank blue is, and I'm sure that's probably what you're referring to because it's more of a kind of a brighty blue or kind of a mid dark blue, something like that. But for those that don't know what we're talking about, a lot of people would paint their homes a certain blue color because it supposedly keeps away evil spirits. But it's an ugly ass blue, or at least in my opinion, it's an ugly blue. I can't stand it. I mean, it's blue. It's like Batman cape blue over here. Like it's like that blue. Um, yeah, that used to be a thing that people would kind of paint their homes that blue color, and it's supposed to keep away evil spirits. But yeah, if it's, I'm pretty sure I think that's what you're referring to. Uh, yeah, it's kind of like that blue right there that's on his cape, that kind of blue. Yeah, I won't be painting it on mine. That home will be lucky if that home doesn't get painted stark white with a black roof or black with red trim or something like that. Like I'm more into the Gothic um, colors when it comes to and I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. Uh, Let me find something here. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Like Here's a good example, if it'll let me save it. Or actually, I don't got to save it. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, we're working hard to do it. Let me share my screen again. I'll kind of show you what I'm referring to. When I think of these homes, you know, this is how I personally see them. So when I think of these homes, you know, I'm thinking of things, you know, similar to uh, like even, I mean, hell, even this color right here, like Facebook. So like even that I think is, now that's a little bit more on the oddball side for me, but that is similar. Probably more along the lines for me is stuff similar to like even this, like that right there, that palette. Why can't y'all just show me images? I don't want to see websites. I just want to see images. Um, mm, any other damn time I'd be able to pull, like I don't know why. What happened to just being able to click on images and see images instead of it trying to show you different websites? I don't want to see people's websites. That's why I have the tab clicked for images. um so yeah, so you know, I'm more into colors like that right there, and of course I can't see it. You know, I think I love the darker colors. Um, you know, when it comes to things like that, like, oh God, I don't want to see all this. And you can't look at a damn thing anymore without it trying to get you to log into something. I miss the good old days. Um, like even this, see, like this is I don't, oh my God. Anyway, you get the point. Sorry. It's so damn stupid that you can't just click on stuff and look at it no more. So like that's a good example, except for not the missing wood. The color palette on the other part. You know, so I'm more into that type stuff. Um, you know, like here's a good example, like this right here. Like because sadly a lot of people will take these homes, these Victorian homes that are meant to be Gothic, and they'll try to give them these modern updates and these modern colors. And in my personal opinion, they just don't look that good. Like even this, in the simplicity of the white, you know, with the dark doors and things like that. That's the way it should look. You know, like here's another good example, like this one right here. Um, and so, like, I mean, I'm even a big fan of these, where, and are you not going to show me the fit? There we go. Even the dark, you see how it's the dark colors, like the gray, the dark grays and the light grays, and then you got the warm woods on the doors and stuff. Like here's another example. I think that is very beautiful. I love that design too. So I'm more into that type stuff. You know, even things like this right here. So you know, like this is a great example. See, I think now this is stone, obviously, but that color palette, you know, I think is absolutely gorgeous. Or even like this color palette here. So I'm more into that type of stuff, the dark Gothic. Like so, even when you go, you look at. You know, like even when you look at the interiors, like you see how it's got the more like the reds and the browns and things like that. See, this stuff right here is beautiful. I mean, you see the red wallpaper and stuff, the red painted ceiling. Well, in that case, that's not the ceiling, that's the upper wall, the doors. But you see how the cabinets are all dark and everything, but then the interiors are red. So see, this is the type of stuff that's beautiful to me. The darks and the reds, that's a beautiful, gorgeous kitchen to me. You know, now some people aren't into all that, you know, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like here's a good example. This one right here. See, this is beautiful. Look at that kitchen. See, that's gorgeous. So I'm more into that type stuff. So like even this is very pretty. Um, you know, things like this right here, I think that's gorgeous. So I'm more into those type colors, the darker, the more gothic looking. And Andrea loves a lot of that too, but she also loves a lot of the brighter colors. So we'll incorporate, her taste on things and my taste on things throughout the home. If, like I said, if we luck up and can get it. Um, I like stuff like this. I can't stand stuff like this modern stuff, contemporary stuff. I can't stand it. I think it's so boring. I don't I'm one of those people. That's why I won't, like, I could go buy a brand new home. I don't want a home that looks like everybody else's home on the street. you know I mean, look at that. I want unique, and I want something that I look and I see and it just gets your creative juices flowing, and it gives it this timeless feel to it. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is freaking gorgeous to me. That is absolutely beautiful to me. I mean, look at that. Now, of course, that's probably some AI craziness, but still, I mean, look at that. That to me, that is absolutely breathtaking beautiful. Um, but like, I'm sorry, like stuff like this, I don't care for that. I just don't. I don't really care for that, even though that's still not bad looking. But I mean, look at that. Ah, man, just absolutely gorgeous. Red and black's my favorite color. So anything in those hues in that realm is just gorgeous to me. Um, I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. So even stuff like this, see, I mean, look at this room. Like I love the red rooms. I love the black rooms. I love dark greens. Even though I'm not a green person, green is very popular in Gothic, colors for walls and wallpaper and things like that. Even though I'm not fond of green, I think that's beautiful. So yeah, I'm a little bit more on that Gothic feel. Um, like I think even that's beautiful. Um, like I don't even own a mixer. I'd buy that mixer. So yeah, so I mean, look at that. I mean, even that's beautiful. Bit of Western Gothic. Like even this. I mean, look at that. That is wow. That's what I listed as refined Gothic. Absolutely beautiful. So, so there'll be a lot of remodeling going on in there. We'll go back to some of that classic wallpaper that was in those types of homes. We'll go back to those, Victorian colors for the walls and things like that. Um, they put tile down in the kitchen when they remodeled the kitchen. Um, I don't really like that. The sad thing is, there's probably hardwood under those damn those whatever tile things they did. Um, um, yeah, exactly. Finding just a mesh of two different things. Uh, yeah, I love Gothic. That is, Victoria. You give me Victorian and Gothic, and I'm a happy camper. Yeah, the earth and dark jewel tones. Um, so fingers crossed, we're getting our portfolios uploaded and put together for the home. I've got some stuff I've got to get added to mine tomorrow, which is so funny. Like on one of the things they asked for, they want my 1099 taxes, but then they want my bank statements. Like, make up your damn mind. Which one do you want, my bank statements or 1099? So I saw that on the list of stuff, which I wish they would just go by that, because last year, I did my taxes as a loss, and the year before as a loss. This year would have been because you can technically do three. I think it's three. Yeah, three loss and then a gain. And so I wasn't wanting to do a gain until next year, because when I do a gain, I'll pay about you know, $5,000 to $8,000 in taxes, give or take, if not a little more. So I really wish they would just base it off my damn income to where I don't have to pay in a shitload of taxes this year, because we're already spending a bunch of money on the wedding. We're spending money on, you know, if we get this home, you know, I've got to be prepared to figure out what's wrong with the heating and air and figure out what's wrong with the hot water heater. So I'm hoping it's just a case of minor stuff, but you got to plan for worst case scenario, because no one's lived in the home, I think, since like 2018 or something like that, because they remodeled it for a few years, and then it's been on the market for the last 2 years. I think someone or I don't remember. Anyway, it's been a while since someone lived in it. You know, they've kept the power on and things like that, but and the water, but no one's really lived in it. But they've maintained it, you know, to a degree. Um, but anyway, so we'll see. I'm hoping we'll have all the paperwork uploaded that we need to get uploaded off their list by tomorrow or Wednesday. And then hopefully we'll hear something pretty damn quick, you know, from the mortgage people. I'm just praying they don't give us no BS. And and I'm sure I'm probably being paranoid for no reason. You know, it's just we really do want the home. Um, you know, but and we got, like I said, we got it for a great price. I'm pretty sure it should appraise for around, you know, 300K, and we got it for 200. So you know, that's a good thing, but we'll see. All right, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the other repairs, like the other minor repairs that need to be done, I'm not concerned about. I did construction for 10 plus years. I can fix everything else that's wrong with that. Yeah, we definitely deserve a break. Um, but I'm not worried about any of that. I mean, I'm not worried about the hot water heater. If there's an issue there, I'll just change them out. Like I said, I did construction for 10 plus years. I can build anything and everything that has to do with a house. I don't really want to mess. I'm just hoping I don't have to replace a heating unit or have to replace an air conditioner unit. Even though the air conditioners they were put in 2001, so they're technically, whether they work or not, they're ready for a much better air conditioner, because it did from 2001 versus 2026. Air conditioner units are way more efficient now. Take up a smaller footprint, better air and everything, better air output and everything. So no matter what, I'll probably replace the two air conditioning units anyway, just to get you know, a brand new unit that will be better, compared to one that's 25 years old. Um, it's probably going to be true for the heating units too. I can't remember when the heating units were put in, but I know I remember the inspector guy telling me the air conditioners, I think, were 2001. I'm pretty sure that's what he told me. So those more than likely, you know, will probably replace anyway. Um, I don't really run heat a lot. So, you know, here in Mississippi, we don't really get a whole lot of cold days, even during our winter months. Now, in a big home like that, now it might be a little cool in a big home like that. So, and poor Andrea is a cold natured person anyway. So you know, she might be running the heat. I don't know. I don't really. It's got to get cold for me to turn heat on. Like you know. But now in a big home like that, that's a different story than a you know, a 2 bedroom apartment. So you know, so I've got to assume the heat's going to run a decent amount. Um, So I got to make sure that's working proper. So of course, obviously, first step, if we get the home, I'll bring in a heating and air guy, have him look at the units, see if they're, serviceable, see if the reason the inspector guy couldn't get the units to come on was because the thermostats on the wall are old and they may not be working correctly, which is definitely a possibility. They are older units on the wall, the controls. And if those things act stupid, they won't turn the unit on. But like I said, so I'll bring someone in, let them check it out, service it if it's serviceable, and see how they do. Like I said, I know I got to replace the roof at some point. I got to replace it because it's got an original, on the majority of it's a original slate roof from like 1890. One of the hard things about slate roofs, they're expensive to replace. Now they'll last you 100 years, as long as you nothing out of the ordinary happens to them. But they're expensive, very expensive to put a slate roof on a home. Then you have to hire someone that knows how to put slate roofs on, because they definitely go on different than regular roofing. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true too. We could always, worst case scenario, use some units that operate, through in some of the rooms. Now, not electric heaters. I can't stand electric heaters. You use electric heaters, you're begging for your house to burn down. But there are some heating units, type units you can get now that kind of work through your window. So that's something you could always put on the second floor or something to cool, to warm up some of those areas too. So, but on a home that big, you might as well invest in the money and just replace the heating and air units. It'll be more efficient that way. Have somebody come in and retape all the duct work, make sure it's all insulated and properly and things like that. So, but it's an investment. It's our permanent home. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I've been here for about an hour and a half. I'm gonna go grab some dinner in here and watch a little TV. I'll be back on commissions tomorrow, so I'm knocking out commissions this week. Again, thank you to everybody who's been patiently waiting on commissions while I've been out of town for the past 2 months. But yeah, so. Like I said, don't forget to tune in this coming Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central, for Creators Corner. Apparently, I didn't book anybody for this week, so we're just going to hang out and talk, I guess, about projects, because Chris has a bunch of projects coming up. I do too. Lori does also. I'll let you guys know what happens with the house as soon as we know something. This coming Friday night, I'll do that other sale with the other. It'll be a quick sale, quick video, but we'll try to get rid of the rest of these slabs I have, and I'll show you guys all the rare foils, metal, blood foils, blood metals, the one of one metals, the one embossed metals and stuff from previous Kickstarters that I had extras of. I'll show you guys all those on Friday night. We'll go live at I don't know, 6 or 7 p.m. Central. I'll decide tomorrow and make a post out of it and promote it for the rest of the week. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate the well wishes on the house and everything. I will chat with you guys later. You guys have a great night. Thanks again.